The way you're behaving, okay, and the way you're sort of lingering around the corner, looks like, right, you're trying to get someone to come out and engage with you.
So what's
I don't have to tell you I'm recording. Okay?
What's the offence?
At this point, if you breach the gates, it will be trespass. Okay, I'm trying to alleviate that now by having a conversation with yourself.
Now, like we said, would you please mind going on to the public footpath? Sir, would you please mind going on to the public footpath out of the emergency exit entrance?
I'm in public now.
You're technically not still. You see where the pavement changes? Lovely. And then, as I say, you are still within the width of the emergency entrance and exit for emergency vehicles. Please, would you step to the side?
No.
Please, would you step to the side?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video breaks down a real public encounter that begins with what appears to be a simple disagreement near a gated property, but quickly develops into a much broader discussion about property boundaries, public access, police procedures, and the laws that govern public recording. As officers and the auditor exchange questions and explanations, the interaction becomes a detailed conversation about where public space ends, what authority officials have in the area, and how body-worn cameras, documentation, and legal standard applied during the encounter. Throughout the discussion, both sides present their understanding of the situation while the auditor continues recording and asking for clarification about the legal basis for the actions being taken. This opening sets the stage for a thoughtful analysis of how public encounters can evolve when differing interpretations of the law collide. More importantly, it highlights the value of remaining calm, communicating respectfully, documenting events accurately, and relying on established legal principles to resolve disagreements through facts rather than assumptions.
Good afternoon, how are we? You alright?
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
You're alright. Is there anything we can help you with?
I wouldn't have thought so.
No?
What's your reason for being here today?
Do I have to have one?
What's that?
Do I need to have a reason?
To be honest, mate, it looks a bit suspicious the way you're sort of trying to linger around the corner, watching cars coming to a police station.
It's quite strange.
Is it? That's a bit of a mean thing to say.
I mean, you say mean thing. We don't often get people peering around the corner, leaning against the wall. You know, just watching in.
Shall I not lean on the wall?
Well, it's up to you. If you,
Oh.
I mean, there's plenty of other places to stand, but you're choosing to stand right here.
Oh, where would you like me to stand?
Well, anywhere.
Shall I go on this side?
Very good, sir. Very
It
good.
doesn't matter either way, mate. All we're saying is the way you're behaving, okay, and the way you're sort of lingering around the corner, looks like, right, you're trying to get someone to come out and engage with you. Are you a police auditor at all?
Don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is, people? Right, okay. No worries, mate.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
We'll leave you be, right? But as long as you're this side, you don't breach the threshold of the police station, we haven't got any issues, alright? Just don't obstruct any vehicles coming through, alright? And for the privacy of people coming out in their own cars, right? We'd appreciate it if you are filming, you obscure their number plates, alright? Is that fair?
Not really.
Huh?
Not really.
Would you not find fair about that?
Why do you get special treatment?
What do you mean
No one's
special
saying
treatment?
special treatment.
Where's the special
I'm not
treatment
asking you to
there?
leave.
Well, because you're asking me to blur their number plates, that's all.
Pardon?
You're asking me to blur their number plates. Because you're police.
Well, why is that special treatment when you're filming into a private premises?
Well, shall I blur their number plates?
Well, no, because that's a public road, isn't it?
This opening exchange highlights how many public encounters begin not with direct confrontation, but with informal requests and differing expectations about what is appropriate in a public space. As the officer raises concerns about the auditor's presence and asks questions about the purpose of the recording, the discussion expands into broader topics such as public filming, privacy considerations, and the distinction between voluntary requests and legal requirements. The auditor responds calmly, asking for clarification about the legal basis for requests and explaining his understanding of recording in public areas. Throughout the conversation, both sides remain engaged in a respectful dialogue, allowing viewers to see how ordinary interactions can quickly evolve into detailed discussions about public access, police discretion, and individual rights. This segment illustrates the importance of distinguishing between requests, policies, and legal obligations while maintaining professionalism throughout the encounter. More than anything, it demonstrates how calm communication, careful questioning, and a solid understanding of the law can help ensure that public interactions remain transparent, respectful, and grounded in established legal principles.
Is this beyond this gate open to public access?
Did I say it was?
No, I'm asking you the question. Because I'm saying what the difference is between in here and out here.
Yeah, I don't really answer questions though.
Okay, well then I've just told you how it is. This is a public place. Beyond here is not open to public access, therefore private premises. So we like we said, we would appreciate if when people are coming out in their own vehicles that you wouldn't take down number plates and everything like that.
No, well that's what I'm going to do.
With the marked vehicles, fair enough. Do as you please. Alright?
That's what I'm going to do though.
Okay. Alright. Would you mind giving me your name?
Can you give me yours?
Yeah, my name's PC Jovi Hull.
PC what?
Jovi Hull.
Jovi?
Yes, it's a weird name. I didn't choose it.
What's the origin of that?
Well, there's a good singer. Some may know his songs.
Alright.
Alright.
You going to sing me some?
No, unfortunately not. My a cappella talents aren't very good, I'll be honest. Alright. So, as I say, as long as you're not blocking the exit and entrance to emergency vehicles, we're happy with you being here.
I wasn't doing that anyway, was I?
No, I'm not saying you was. So that's what I'm saying. With what you're doing, I have no fuss. If you want, we can have a chat at the end of my shift as well. At 11 o'clock if you're still here.
11 o'clock?
Yeah.
I don't think I've got enough stamina to last that long.
Why? Then you get the whole day. You get the whole day. You get the ins and outs over a full
9
shift.
hours. Yeah. I don't think I've got enough battery for 9 hours.
Well, Starbucks is over there. You can charge it, then come back. Up to you.
Do you have a YouTube
but
channel?
you're asking a lot of questions.
No, I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah, all right.
Alright.
Or is it a TikTok?
Why is the body camera down there? You're trying
I don't answer questions.
It looks a bit like you're trying to do some upskirting or something.
We got briefing now, so take care, stay safe, alright?
I'll try.
Bye for now.
Yeah, goodbye.
This segment presents a noticeably calmer interaction, demonstrating that not every meaningful public encounter is defined by conflict. The conversation unfolds through polite questions and measured responses as the officer discusses concerns related to recording in a public area and attempt to learn more about the auditor's activities. In return, the auditor remains courteous while choosing to answer only the questions he feels comfortable addressing, maintaining a consistent and respectful approach throughout the exchange. Rather than escalating into an argument, the discussion becomes an example of how clear personal boundaries and professional communication can coexist. The interaction highlights the difference between voluntary conversation and legal obligations, while emphasizing the importance of understanding the rights and responsibilities of everyone involved. This moment reinforces that respectful dialogue, patience, and a sound understanding of the law often contribute more to a productive outcome than confrontation. By remaining calm, asking thoughtful questions, and communicating professionally, both citizens and public officials can navigate public encounters in a manner that promotes transparency, accountability, and mutual respect.
Hello again, sir.
Hello.
We meet again.
Still no one's coming around.
Like I say, would you mind just being outside on the public footpath as opposed to in here where emergency vehicles come in and out, please? I think that's very fair.
I think I'll decline.
You'll decline. Why is that?
Politely decline.
Why is that?
Just prefer it here.
Because at the moment you are technically now in private property, and whilst in
here we go.
And whilst in private property,
He's in my shot.
pardon?
He's in my shot. There we go.
Okay.
That's better.
Like I say, just,
Oh, please don't
out
touch.
There, just out there, please, beyond these two walls, okay? This area is not open to public access.
It is.
Not this area, no.
It is. The gate's open.
May you please vacate to beyond the wall?
I mean, what difference does it make?
Quite a fair bit, to be honest.
I don't see how it's affecting you. Other than just trying to like get one up and tell you I got him to move.
Honestly, there is no getting one up. As soon as a call comes out of my radio...
Alright, we didn't engage with you in that sort of manner. We're absolutely fine with you filming. We're just asking you to do that from the public footpath. Okay? Past these gates, it's now a police station.
Okay. So, are you up together on all your policies?
What's that?
Are you up together on all of your policies? Like, do you
know them verbatim, honestly, but I'm sure I can find something.
There are plenty of policies, and if I knew them all, I wouldn't be doing this, you know?
Okay, do you know your body-worn camera policy, for example?
Go on, talk to me.
So what do you do? So if you're going to commence a recording, what's the first thing that you do? It's not a trick question.
Depends on the circumstances.
So, okay, the circumstance is you've come out the gate, I'm standing here. What's the first thing that you do when you turn out? Shall I tell you?
Sorry, sir. Go on.
So, when you activate your body-worn camera...
So I activated my body-worn camera on the private property over there as I came out of the doors and saw you standing at the gate just here.
And you activated yours...
Just here.
Just here.
Suspicion of an offence. Okay, which we're allowed to do for evidential purposes. Okay.
So what's
I don't have to tell you on recording. Okay.
What's the offence?
At this point, if you breach the gates, it will be trespass. Okay. I'm trying to alleviate that now by having a conversation.
This exchange shifts the encounter from a general conversation into a detailed discussion about property boundaries, access rights, and police procedures. As the officer explains his understanding of where the auditor may lawfully stand, the conversation focuses on the distinction between public and private areas and the circumstances under which a person may be required to leave private property. The auditor responds calmly, asking questions about the legal basis for the officer's position, while also discussing procedural matters such as body-worn camera practices and the reasoning behind certain actions. Rather than becoming a heated confrontation, the interaction develops into a careful exchange in which both sides test and explain their understanding of the relevant rules and legal standards. This segment highlights how public encounters often involve differing interpretations of the law and demonstrates why clear communication, accurate legal knowledge, and professional conduct are essential for resolving disagreements. It also reminds viewers that legal questions should ultimately be answered by established law and official procedures rather than assumptions, ensuring that public interactions remain transparent, respectful, and accountable.
Firstly, that's civil, it's not an offence. But also, you do actually have to tell me. It's the first thing you're supposed to do. You're supposed to announce that you're recording and you're supposed to say all the things you're supposed to say. You know, I'm so-and-so from this police station and I'm recording. Well, it's not. It's not whether I want to. You do. It's in your policy, and
if you ask me to identify myself, I will.
It's in the MPCC document, and it's in the Met's policy, and it's in data protection legislation.
Policy for one, not law. Okay.
Data protection legislation dictates you're supposed to tell me.
At the end of the day,
it's best.
Yeah.
No, you have to. It's
As
law.
I say, the reason we have come and approached you again.
So the only one committing an offence.
At the gate. If you wouldn't mind going.
Right, I'll stand a metre this way if that makes you happy. But
just a little bit more.
what would make me happy is if you actually accepted that you're in the wrong about your body worn.
Listen, I take on your feedback. Alright?
It's not just feedback, it's the law. Because you're creating data. So how am I supposed to know that you've created an image of me unless you tell me?
You can contact the job, we can get it scrubbed, there's no offence taking place. But
no, it's not about that. It's about, that's going to be retained for say 28 days or whatever. Right. How do I know it exists? If I want to get a copy of that, how do I...
You can contact the police.
Yeah, but how do I know it exists? Because you've not told me you're recording.
Well, you clearly saw that we were recording.
Yeah, I know because I know how they work.
Yes.
I know that red means recording.
Yes.
But say I'm a dumb old granny and you've decided to record me, and I don't know how... Go, oh, what?
Have this altercation with us.
Well, no, but she doesn't know what that is. She doesn't know that you've created the data. So you're obliged to inform her, by the way, I've recorded you. These are my details.
Would you mind giving us your details?
I know you're smirking because you think the whole thing's a bit of a joke, but the public don't see it as a joke.
Else, to be honest.
So go and do it then.
At the end of the day, we've asked you nicely to
At the end of the day.
Okay?
Yeah, and I want you to follow your policies. That's why we're having so many problems between the public and the police, because, you know, you're not doing basic things, and when it's pointed out to you, you get defensive and, oh, I don't have to do this.
No one's being defensive. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're smirking and rolling your eyes and doing all this sort of stuff.
I'm not rolling no eyes, I'm smiling. Should we not be smiling in our job?
Yeah, but it's because it seems you think it's amusing. It's not amusing. I don't think it's amusing.
I'd much rather be out there doing other things, right, as I said, but these sort of interactions take place, right, because you believe one thing, we're trying to enforce another.
Well, it's not believe.
At the end of the day, we've been more than respectful with you, okay? We came out and engaged with you in the first instance when you was on the public footpath, okay? Now you've breached the threshold of the gate, we're having another conversation with you to make you aware of what could potentially happen, right? Being the fact that if you do breach the threshold anymore, obstruct vehicles, or continue to stay where you are, you may be committing an offence. It's as simple as that, okay?
Yep.
We're not here to be arsey, we're not here to get one up on you, right? We're simply here at this moment in time to make you aware of what might happen.
This portion of the encounter develops into a thoughtful discussion about body-worn camera procedures, police guidance, and the legal framework that governs public interactions. The auditor raises questions about when officers should inform members of the public that recording is taking place and references official guidance to support his understanding. The officer responds by explaining his perspective on the circumstances of the encounter and why he believes his actions are consistent with the situation at hand. Rather than becoming confrontational, the discussion remains focused on interpreting procedures, distinguishing between statutory law and operational guidance, and understanding how those standards apply in practice. This exchange demonstrates that public encounters often involve genuine differences in legal interpretation rather than simple disagreements over facts. It also highlights the importance of using precise legal terminology and recognizing the distinction between legislation, official guidance, and departmental policy. By approaching the conversation respectfully and grounding arguments in accurate information, both citizens and public officials contribute to greater transparency, accountability, and more informed public discussion about policing practices.
Like we said, would you please mind going on to the public footpath? Sir, would you please mind going on to the public footpath out of the emergency exit entrance?
I'm in public now.
You're technically not still. You see where the pavement changes? Lovely. And then, as I say, you are still within the width of the emergency entrance and exit for emergency vehicles. Please, would you step to the side?
No.
Please, would you step to the side?
Make me step to the side.
Why are you being difficult?
Because I don't have to follow your instructions.
No, you don't
You're
have
now
to.
obstructing a vehicle coming into
No,
the
you're
yard.
obstructing
So when the
the
vehicle comes, I'll move out the way.
Okay.
There we go.
Clever. Thank you very
See?
much. And that is perfect. And like I say, if we want to talk basics, this is private property. This is where the station starts. Because if you see this big round door, there's another one this side.
Then
They closed to make a gate.
Let's talk basics
Come on.
about this is publicly accessible. Now, the definition of a public place, as you're aware, can be found in multiple bits of legislation. Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act being one. I don't have to cross any bound gates. I've not had to open or close any gates. I've not had to climb over anything. So this is a public space. If you want me to not go here, you have to put something, you know, like this. I can't go through there because it's closed. I can go through here because it's open. So this is a public place. So it's the same. I'm coming out here because I'm looking to cause an argument about it. But what I would like is that in future you tell people you're recording.
Received. If you're here tomorrow, and we have the same.
I won't be here tomorrow.
Alright. Well, if you're still here, as I say, when I finish my shift, like we had the chat earlier, 11 o'clock, I'll let you know that I'm recording before I turn it on. But when I turned it on over there, it would have been impossible to tell you unless I shouted.
Yeah, well.
You know.
So you were going to identify?
What's that?
You were going to identify? Yes, please.
PC Haviland, okay, attached to Twickenham Police
PC?
Station. Haviland, H-A-V-I-L-A-N-D.
What's the numbers is better?
What's that?
Numbers, shoulder numbers.
You wanted me to identify myself, so I am.
Yeah, can I have the
Give me
shoulder
my full
number?
Details. Okay?
What's your shoulder number?
My shoulder number is 1729 SW. Okay.
You can see mine, 1429 Sierra Whiskey. Alright.
Cool.
If there is anything that you need, any further questions, please
No, I'd like to have consulted a copy of PACE, but the front counter seems pretty busy. There seems to be only one person serving.
Yes, so the public access officer is 24 hours, and you are entitled to go in there at any time. Obviously, if there are people in front of you in a queue reporting crimes,
Yeah.
then
I wasn't going to
a
wait.
queue is there. All right, you're welcome to wait. Honestly,
I'd rather not.
a copy will be at hand for you.
I'm ready. Running late. I've got lunch.
All right, don't let us entertain you too much. You have a good day. All right.
See you later.
This final segment centers on one of the most important legal questions raised throughout the encounter: how public access and property ownership interact under the law. As the officer explains that the area is private property and asks the auditor to remain on the public footpath, the auditor presents his own interpretation of the legal framework, pointing to the physical accessibility of the location and referencing legislation he believes supports his position. Rather than allowing the disagreement to become confrontational, both participants continue the discussion in a calm and respectful manner, explaining their reasoning while avoiding unnecessary escalation. This exchange illustrates how legal questions involving public access are often more nuanced than they first appear and may depend on the specific facts of the location, applicable legislation, and relevant case law. It also highlights the importance of distinguishing between legal ownership, public accessibility, and the rights that may or may not exist in a particular setting. Ultimately, this closing discussion reinforces a broader lesson from the entire encounter. Careful communication, accurate legal knowledge, and professionalism are the most effective tools for navigating complex public interactions. If you found this breakdown informative, be sure to like the video, share your perspective in the comments, and subscribe with notifications enabled so you don't miss future analyses of real-world public encounters and the legal principles behind them.